What's up, everybody? This is Bud, and welcome to Mental Game Mechanics. And today, I'm excited to talk to you about what is the true or real value of time. I was recently at the ClickFunnels event in Nashville a few weeks ago. Incredible event, amazing people, awesome experience, lots of things learned. Not just marketing stuff. It was a marketing conference for those of you who don't know what ClickFunnels is. Anyway, it was a marketing conference, and so lots of networking, lots of talking, lots of meeting people, learning, etc. And I ended up meeting a gentleman named Mark Crandall, who runs the Purpose Chasers podcast. Really nice guy. And anyway, him and I just kind of sat down, got to talking, and anyway, he at one point during the conversation, we were just kind of talking, in general philosophy of why we're there and stuff like that. And he kind of looked at me and he says, "Why are you here?" And I said, I do, I don't know. I don't really have a good answer. And he says, "Well, at least you're honest." And it was like, he was very sincere about it. And he's like, "Look, I could talk to 80% of the people in this room and ask that same question, and they're not going to know that answer. They'll probably make something up just to not sound dumb, but, at least you're honest about it, and that's good." And so, anyway, just a good conversation because after the event, I came home and, I had just been pondering on, well, what is my purpose? Like, what's truly driving me? We all have experiences and things like that, and I've had experiences that have led me to want to be an entrepreneur and grow a business and build a business and stuff like that. But it was never like, for me, when he asked me that question, I didn't have clarity on what that mission for me exactly was, right? So I came home and I'm like sitting here trying to think like, well, what is my mission? Like what's driving me internally? What's my intrinsic motivation that's causing me to even take action in the first place? Because I know the extrinsic motivation that I'm feeling, and that is money, right? I want to provide for my family. I want to give them a good future, right? But there's something that's missing from that motivation, right? There's extrinsic, which is an external motivation, and then there's intrinsic motivation, and that is, what is it internally that's driving you, right? Those are the two real key types of motivation that we got to understand. And I'd never really thought through this, until Mark asked me that question. And I'm so grateful that he did, because he really impacted the way I was thinking at the time. And it's like I said, I wanted to take care of my family, and that was really clear to me. But there's something missing. I didn't know what it was. I was just struggling to like figure it out. I could think back on some of my life experiences and go, well, that happened, and because of that, I want to do this, or this is cool. This is a cool experience. This is what I learned from it, and I could use that, or whatever else, right? There's all these different life experiences that I've had that I could use, right? That could be motivating drivers, and yeah, they're all good and great, and I'm grateful for those experiences. But it wasn't. None of those experiences really like, bam, that's what you're supposed to do, right? That's your thing. Anyway, the other morning, after I've been thinking on this and thinking on this and thinking on this, and messaged Mark back and forth a little bit and had a conversation, he said a couple things to me that really led me to kind of this moment. It clarified that I needed it to be more than just money. It needed to be something else, something very, very much close to home, And so the other morning, I was getting ready for work. I was getting dressed, getting food, just normal morning routine kind of a deal. And our babysitter was here, and I was about to take off. My wife and I both work full time right now, so anyway. She had left. I was watching babysitter got here, so I'm about to leave, and so I go pick up my daughter and just set her on my lap, sit down with her for a minute. And normally, if any of you have ever had a 1-year-old, that they are like, okay, I'm done, right? They're very like they're quick to move on. They're wiggle worms. They're they just want to see everything, they want to touch everything, they want to explore and learn and grow and do all that stuff, which is great. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it was about that day, but I picked her up, sat her on my lap, and just sat there with her, said, "Hey, I love you," and she just kind of looks at me, and then she starts like booping my nose, or playing with the buttons on my shirt and just all this stuff. And she literally just sat there on my lap forever. Like, she didn't want to get down. She didn't want to leave. She wanted me to leave. Like, she just sat there and chilled with me. And it's not that I haven't had those moments before, but it was that moment with the conversation that was going on in my head that it really just made me realize is that was a real moment in life that really truly mattered. And I left work late, and left for work late, but that at the time that was not important at all, and still is not important today. And so what this caused me to truly understand is that people say that time is money, right? Time is money. And the reality is time is infinitely more valuable than any money you could ever earn, ever. Time is a resource that we all have. We all have equal amounts of it, 86,200 seconds or whatever, 24 hours in a day. We all have it. And yet, it's the only resource that's non-renewable, that we can never get back. Once that time is spent, gone. And so for me, what shifted was that mindset of, it's not just about the money, but it's about time with my family, time with those that I love and care about, and the freedom to choose where I spend that time. Not because I have to go to work, or because I have to do X, Y, Z, or I have to do these things over here, but because I want to, because it's something that I care about, something that's valuable to me, moments that truly matter. And so that experience, as I thought about it, just trying to clarify what that purpose is for me, and it's very clear to me now, and it's very much for me to forge the mindsets, the productivity levels, and ultimately the results that produce breakthroughs and give me the life and freedom that I want to live with my family, with myself, and for my clients, right? My goal is to create ultimate freedom in all aspects of my life, for not only myself, but for my family, and also for my clients. And so let's go back to the original topic here. What is the true value of time? I don't know. I don't know what the real value of time is. Because that's something that you have to figure out. You have to decide what's important to you and where you want to spend that time. If you want to sit on social media all day and scroll through and bypass time and just pass the time, right? Great, do your thing. If that's what's important to you, go for it, right? But if you want to have good, meaningful experiences in life with those that you care about, those that you love, if you want to impact the world by building a big business, and you have an incredible idea that you need to get out there, right? You better go for it, right? And use your time valuably, because if you don't use that time, you can't get it back. And so the real value of time is really whatever you put on it. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to go and achieve, go for it. Have fun, right? Enjoy that process. But if you want one thing and you spend your time somewhere else, don't complain that you don't have time, because you put effort and energy and focus into the things that are important to you. And all of those things require a bit of time. Okay? You can't just throw money at something and expect a result to happen. It takes time and focus and attention. And so, we live in a world of conflict, of distraction, of this happened over here and this happened over there, and all these different things that are going on in our lives. We have so much information out there, and so it can be very easy to get distracted. And that's why even more so our time is valuable, because everybody's vying and wanting our time right now. Everybody wants us to go, hey, come watch my webinar. Hey, go check this out. Hey, come to this thing. Hey, do that, right? Marketing and advertising is a big business right now, and it's going to continue to be, because my belief is that only through marketing and value adding are people going to be able to change the world, especially entrepreneurs. And so, yes, it is important, to value your time, but you also have to spend time. And so, anyway, I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know what my purpose is going to drive me to do. I have some ideas, and I have some things that I'm going to be rolling out here over the next coming weeks and months. And so, like I said, I have some ideas, and they're still a little bit wet clay right now, but I know where I'm going. I know the direction I'm heading, and I know exactly why I'm driving down this lane. I know exactly where I'm headed, and it's not important what the details of that journey are. What's important is that I'm on that journey, and I know the direction that I'm headed, and I know the objective that I'm trying to hit. And now I can come back to a day-to-day basis and work on my mindset and work on my productivity and work on all of those different things to get me to where I want to go. But it's because now I have that clarity of purpose, which I thank Mark Crandall for that, sparking that conversation in my head. Anyway, I really appreciate him. Go check out his podcast, Purpose Chasers podcast. Really good stuff. He's changing lives, and so I really appreciate his work and what he's doing, and I highly recommend you go check him out. So, my goal, it's not necessarily about money. That's obviously, one side of it, but really it's about time. It's about having that freedom to spend my time where I want it to be spent, and having my time available to me, and not having it beholden to somebody else because of XYZ. And so that's the real value of time, my friends. It's whatever you put on the value of your own time. If you want to make it if your time is worth $12 an hour to go do XYZ for somebody else, great. No problem, right? But if you're going to go do that, do it to the best of your ability. Do anything that you're doing. Spend your time wisely. And it doesn't mean that, you're just because you make less money, you're less valuable or anything like that. What it means is that whatever path you choose to go down, you go down that path with all your heart, with all your might, all your energy and focus, and you're giving it all you got. Because that's what matters, is giving what you've got to get to where you want to go. And just because, your journey might look different than somebody else's doesn't make you any worse, doesn't make you any better. So I'll leave you with that, and I hope that this shifts your mindset just a little bit to help you take your time more seriously and focus that time into more intentional and direct and powerful results in your life. So I'll talk to you in another time. If you need any help, please reach out to me. I love to talk to you, love to work with you, love to help you any way I possibly can. I believe in what I'm doing, and I believe I can help you. So I will talk to you very soon. Have a great day.